To make a fleece blanket with a scalloped edge, you'll need some fleece, the size of the blanket that you'd like. And I have my fleece folded in half. So I have the two edges over here. At the top, I have the folded edge, but we'll just work over here on this side. We're going to start off by cutting out a 2-inch square from the corner. So I just have this ruler here that I can use to do that, but you can just use a tape measure or whatever to measure 2 inches from each side. And we'll cut out a square just like that. The next thing we'll do is we'll just come down a little ways on our fabric, measure 2 inches, and then we will take a piece of masking tape and we're just going to take it from this edge to this edge, and this is just going to give us our line on how far to cut our scallops. So for this one, I'm going to do 2-inch scallops. So I'm just going to use my mat, the measurements on my mat to measure the 2 inches, and then I'll just use my straight edge. And I will make slices every 2 inches going up to the tape. You could easily do this with scissors as well, if you'd like. Okay, so you would go all the way down the length of your blanket around all 4 sides, cutting out your 2-inch squares on each corner. But for the sake of the video, we'll just move on to the next step. At this point, you're going to want to work separately. I'm just going to remove the tape, and then we're just going to be making our little scallops along the edge. So I'm just using some scissors, and I'm just eyeballing just a rounded edge. So I'm just going from the corner or the top, and I'm just rounding the edge just like this. To make a little scallop, and that's not perfect, but you can just trim off anything, and so then you have a little scallop, and you'll just repeat that with each little strip here. So just like that, and you can tell that they're not perfect, but I'm not a perfectionist. I say done is better than perfect. So if you did really want to be precise, you could find something rounded to use to mark where you're going to cut, and that would give you more precise results. But that you'll just finish that through all the way, and that's how you do it. I wanted to show you some different scallops I made on a scrap. So these ones are all different sizes. For this one, I did 3 inches across. My slits were every 3 inches, and I cut about 2 inches deep. For this section right here, I did 1.5 inches between scallops, and they were about 1 inch deep. And then I did this one that was 3 inches across and about 1 inch deep. And then this last one was 2 inches across and 1 inch deep, or 1.5 inches deep. So that kind of give you some ideas of the different measurements you could use to get a different look or a different size of scallop. Another way that I found is easy to make the scallops, instead of starting clear up here, you can just start along the edge and just round that edge off. So it does give it a little bit different look, but not much, and it's a little bit easier. So that's how you make the scalloped edged fleece blanket. It's super easy. There's no sewing involved.